Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be working in my April journal, and fun fact, I have no printer. So I have no printer. My printer has been dying, and my son starts school soon, and I knew he wouldn't be able to just use our black and white laser printer. I knew he'd have to sometimes have color, because, you know, presentations, stuff like that. He might need to have color. So my mom ended up buying him a new printer. It came. It was one of those Epson Eco tanks. I canceled my HP Instant Ink because my HP printer is not working right. Something's wrong with it. No matter what I did, it wouldn't fix it. I tried troubleshooting it. It wouldn't fix. And honestly, it was what it was. So I canceled my HP Instant Ink. And the last day I could use it was Easter. And today's the 22nd. So unless I go and buy actual ink cartridges for a printer that's not working, so I can maybe in hopes print one piece of paper, I can't use it. And when the new printer that my mom got me, after I connected with that one to Wi-Fi, something happened and all the lights were blinking, and I tried troubleshooting it. Every tutorial online on how to troubleshoot this printer, none of it worked. I even ordered a actual USB to printer cable, though I got to cancel that because my boyfriend had one, and plugged it into my computer instead of just using my phone, and nothing would fix it. So it got sent back, and we haven't gotten the new one yet. So I have not been able to print anything out for this week. So this is going to be probably the most boring journal with me you've ever seen. Okay, so this day, oh yeah, this is when the boyfriend started getting sick. So we had to run a few errands. We had to run to Boscov's because Boscov's had this bird bath I wanted to get my dad for his birthday, and we saw it last month and we didn't grab it because it wasn't on sale. Okay, and then when we went back and it was on sale, they were gone. So when I was with my dad the other day, I saw it, but I didn't want to buy it with him, so he wouldn't know that it was for him, because why else would I be buying a bird bath? So we quickly ran into Boscov so I could get this bird bath. And then the boyfriend had not eaten. He wasn't hungry for 3 days. He was not hungry, so I made him stop, and I got myself food because I was starving, so I got myself Arby's for lunch. But that's the only thing we really did on that day. So it was weird. He had like a stomach bug and then ended up getting a cold. And then, spoiler alert, a sinus infection. Like, I don't know what happened to this poor guy. Also, this morning, woke up, my dad's face was completely swollen. He tried to get into the VA, to the dentist, because that's the only dentist he sees, is the dentist at the VA, but the dentist wasn't in. But his face, he looked like a chipmunk. His face was so swollen. I said, we're all falling apart. It's sad. This whole house, this poor whole house, because this was what day was this? What day was the 15th? So that would have been a Tuesday. So this was a Tuesday. So here I went to Arby's. Like I said, I went to Arby's. I only got 2 roast beef sandwiches. That's all I really wanted. I didn't care about anything else. And I think, did my boyfriend, no, my boyfriend, did he go to work on this day? I don't remember. I'm unbelievably confused about everything that we did. He must have, because the kid ordered Chili's, so I didn't cook. I don't remember why. And then here's that. He got a bunch of these You Choose gift card things for Christmas, so I'm slowly trying to get rid of them. I think this was the last one, I believe. Okay, and then this was day 2 of my cold. Wait, hold on. Oh, I missed a day. Let me put this down because I missed a day here. skipped a day. So it was only a matter of time before I got sick. Yeah, this is the day I woke up sick. I didn't even realize it until I coughed when I was filming. My chest felt like I smoked a pack of cigarettes at the bar. It did. My chest felt so bad. The boyfriend called off work because he was still sick. He took 4 COVID tests, by the way. All of them are negative. My kids started getting sick. The boyfriend's mom was sick. And my dad, his face was even more swollen. It was like he had a golf ball in his cheek. He ended up going to the doctor and he got antibiotics for an infection. So now he just has to get into the dentist. All right, so this was day 2 of my cold. I also gave my kid his birthday presents early. And I gave it to him early because I bought him a new tumbler, an Arctic one. For years, he had been using an Ozark Trail one, the one from Walmart, but the handle broke off a few months ago. And he was like, I don't want a new cup. I don't want a new cup. But I was like, you need a new cup because you're going to spill that. Because you're going to drop it because you don't have a handle on it. And you should see the acrobatics that he performs when he's coming in with his dinner into his bedroom, holding a plate, holding a cup, and trying to open his door and step over a baby gate. There's a baby gate there so the dog does not get into his room and attack the cat. Because Sammy the Ween does not like the cat. So we have a baby gate there so Sam can't get into the bedroom. So he's like using his foot to open his door. And then as he's opening his door, he's already climbing over the gate. Like, yeah, he's 22. I'm like, every time he does it, I'm like, stop bragging. Seriously, I'm like, stop bragging. And inside, I put a bag of mystery dice for D&D inside of his cup. That's the word I'm looking for. So, let's see. The boyfriend shipped out a package to a subscriber who bought a journal off of me. So he shipped that out. He tried to ship it out the day before. However, the post office never has boxes. Like, can you explain to me why my post office never has boxes? Never has boxes, never has bags. Never has envelopes, never has anything. So he had to bring both packages home. I still actually have to ship. And I'm very sorry to the subscriber who wants those journal cards. I still have yet to get a box. I'm sorry. They're sitting in my room. Everything is in my room, ready to be shipped out. However, literally, I cannot find a box. I'm determined that tomorrow it will be shipped out. And then we ended up getting food delivery because I was still sick. So we got food delivered. I said all I wanted to do was nap. But did I? Nope. I'm actually incapable of napping, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. I am literally incapable of napping. I will lay down, get comfortable, and just lay there. And think all the thoughts. All the thoughts I will think and never be able to nap. Day 3 of my cold. Sammy was sick, so I got no sleep. He wanted to go out at 12. Okay, you guys, so he wanted to go out at 12:30 in the morning. So I took him out. He peed. He walked into the yard. He pooped. He came back, walked up the ramp, walked in the house. I walked in behind him, turned around to close and lock the door, turned around to go into the kitchen, and he's squatting and pooping in the kitchen. I can't even be mad. I was like, obviously he wasn't done yet, and he thought he was, and then it was an emergency. Hey, we've all been there. But I was like, whatever. So I didn't fall asleep until 3 a.m., and that was when I finally told him to lay on the floor and leave me alone. And then at 4:30, he wanted to come on the bed. And then my mom called me at 8:30 in the morning and woke me up because she was stopping by to drop off the printer. Okay. This was the day before Easter, so this was Saturday, and I did all my baking, all my cooking, everything happened on Saturday. I ended up, guys, I don't know what happened. First of all, I was boiling water. We had macaroni salad and ham for Easter. It's what we have. And it's what we usually have. And the water was boiling for the noodles, and I grabbed the lid of the pot, and the screw fell out of the handle and fell into the water. So I had to dump that water and start over. And then at some point, I accidentally turned off the oven. I must have hit it, something, because the oven had been on with the ham in the oven. And at 11 o'clock, I put the ham in at 9. 11 o'clock, I'm like, I don't smell the ham yet. Yeah, I'm sick, but I'm standing right here in the kitchen. I should smell this ham. And I look up and the oven was off. so that was my day. So this was Easter. I was still sick. This is the day the boyfriend realized he had, I believe it was Saturday, yes, that he realized that he had a sinus infection. So he did a video visit and got antibiotics. So this was Easter. I was still sick. My kid was still sick. My dad started getting sick. The boyfriend had a sinus infection and still has a cold. I said, remind me to kick his butt when we all feel better, because he gave us all a cold. So the only thing I had to do this morning was bake the potato dish and get the rolls in the oven and clean the bathroom. So that's all I had to do. And then this was yesterday. So my kid called off of work yesterday. He was still very sick, but then they told him he needed, because he called off on Friday, they told him he needed a doctor's note. So while he was sleeping, I just went on his our hospital has our hospital system where all of our doctors has a app and a website with all of your information on it. So I just went on and made him a video visit appointment so he could get a doctor's note for work. And then after that, I went and I dropped off the printer to be returned to Amazon at UPS. So I did that, and then we went to Target, because the Target's right next to UPS, and I got my kid more medicine. He was so mad. He's like, Mom, this is the most disgusting medicine because it's menthol. But let me tell you, about a half hour after he was done, after he took this medicine, I didn't hear him cough for 5 hours. 5 hours I didn't hear him cough. So you guys, if you are sick, I'm not even exaggerating here. This is what he took all day yesterday. And I knew he was due for more when he would start to cough again. But it was this Mucinex Fastmax Kickstart. I got the double. So one was a daytime, one was a nighttime. Didn't hear a cough, a peep, nothing out of him yesterday after he took it. But it was menthol. He's like, ew, Mom, it's menthol. I was like, but it works. So that's all I can really tell you. It works. But he did get his doctor's note. And then we were just in the house the rest of the day. I had stuff to do. And I'm going to tell you, like, I was tired. That wiped me out. Doing the littlest things, like the day before Easter, and this day, I was just tired yesterday. I literally laid in bed under the covers and did nothing the rest of the day. I had leftovers, but I made my son red beans and rice for dinner. And then everybody had the red beans and rice but me. I didn't even eat. I had lunch and I didn't eat anything else. That was my week. Without any printing anything out and any pictures or anything, it's a very boring week. And we were all sick. So, what a crappy week. But that is it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today and coming along to journal about my boring ass week of sickness. And as you can hear, I'm still sick. I'm feeling much better though. I'm still congested, but I feel much better. I have not had the grossness in my chest. It's just in my head right now. And a lot of that I think is also in conjunction with allergies, because tree pollen in my area has been super high over the past 3 days. So I think that's also a contributing factor to my stuffy nose and feeling horrible. So there is that. Anyway, thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.